Hello everyone, welcome back to a new Let's Play of Plants vs. Zombies. This is the Game of the Year edition, if I'm not mistaken, and Plants vs. Zombies is a very fun game. I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit, because that's a little loud for my tastes. We'll turn it down there. I can always fix that in editing, so hopefully it's a decent volume for y'all. Anyway, Plants vs. Zombies. Very fun game. Let's just get right into it. And here we are. This is our lawn. We just gotta plant a seed. We get pea shooters, collect sun to plant more plants. So we just gotta keep going. Fortunately, this is a very simple tutorial.
Are coming.
And once the zombies start coming, the pea shooters just go ham. And these beginning rounds are going to be very easy, because there's nothing to do, and that zombie totally should have gotten hit by that first pea. Thanks, game. Also, I don't know why, but one of them is just not shooting quite as fast, I don't think. Just continue to plant more. Now, I believe regular zombies take like 10 Ps to hit. They have like 10 HP, and each P is considered like 1 HP or something. Maybe it's 2 and they have 20, because I think there's something later on that's a bit weaker or whatever, but I don't really know. Anyway, with each level completion, we get a new plant. This one, we have the sunflower. It gives us additional sun. Very important plant. Very, very important. You will see why if you've never played this game, but I'm sure you probably have, because everyone's played this game, because it is a great game. Yes, I know sunflowers are very important. Try to plant at least 3 of them. Don't tell me what to do. The more sunflowers you have, the faster you can grow plants, because sun is the currency of this game. Makes sense. And now we just have to wait for the zombies to come. And that way we can start planting our plants. Here we go. Bottom lane. And generally speaking, in my experience, you really only need the back row full of sunflowers, and usually that's enough to get you through each level, generally speaking. And I'm going to hold off till I see the next lane, which is going to be in the middle, because it kind of sucks when you have a zombie, when you plant a plant and the zombie appears on the lane that you don't have anything planted in, because of course it does. Now we have all lanes covered, so now we can start filling in some more. It's a very slow start to this game, but it gets crazy later on. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite just like kind of computer games. It's very easy to get into, like very just like you drop in and you play and you can like waste an entire day on it. Cause it's like a very simple concept, but they really do like really like up the ante with it. Unfortunately, we just have to keep filling in our things, and the more pea shooters we get, the faster we can kill these zombies. So now we got 2 in each lane, so we should be pretty much set, I think. Alright, we got the first wave. We got 3 zombies on here, so it's a good thing we chose that lane, because that lane is definitely overcrowded. We'll plant 4, why not? And we get our next plant. And it is a cherry bomb, so it blows up zombies in an area, so basically, I think it does like a 3x3 area centered around it, so it's like the lanes around it. So like if you planted it here, it'd be like these 9 squares. So I'll be sure to show that off when we have the opportunity. But for now, we'll just keep going with our little 3-lane thing. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to cut up these episodes, so I'm just gonna keep playing, and, you know, it might be one continuous recording. I don't really know.
The zombies are coming.
Alright, so we want to forego the 3rd sunflower to plant our first pea shooter, because we don't want that zombie to get too close, because if it gets too close before we plant a pea shooter, it'll end up getting too close to it and it'll eat the plant, which is a not great thing. But since the next zombie hasn't spawned in, we can spare the extra sun to get the next sunflower up. Because you don't need too far. I think you need like 5 spaces with a pea shooter, something like that. Because after that, any closer, the zombie starts getting too close and you start eating your plants on you, which is not a very good thing. So I'm gonna try to get 2 rows of pea shooters, or 2 columns of pea shooters, and then I'm gonna save up for the cherry bomb, because that will make very quick work of the final thing, of the final wave. Especially considering that we only have 3 tiles to work with, so like it can technically hit the entire thing. Also, that is a conehead zombie. They are much stronger than your average zombie. They take more hits, so you definitely want to reinforce the lanes they appear in, because they are very difficult. And I don't even think I think with these guys, or the coneheads, a single pea shooter has to be planted in like the very first row to take care of them by themselves. I think anything less than that, they probably get eaten, or very close to. So you definitely want at least 2 pea shooters for that. But so far, so good. We haven't had any zombies really piling up in certain lanes. We should be fine. We have enough for a cherry bomb, so I can just unleash that on the first lane, or on the first wave, the final wave, whatever it's called. Yeah, that should be pretty much good. Alrighty. Are you ready? Are you ready for the big booms? Final wave. I'm gonna wait for them to kind of just spawn in first, because it does take like a second, but pretty much it does a whole area like that, 3x3 square. So if we planted it here, it'd be all these 3 squares. So the only drawback with the cherry bombs is that they do, as you can see, every time you plant a plant, it takes a moment for it to charge back up before you can plant another one. Cherry bombs are one of those plants that have a very slow recharge time. Not the slowest, I don't think, but pretty slow, like one of the slowest. And now we have our final, or all rows filled. Additionally, we got a walnut, and basically this just acts as a wall. They're very durable, and they block zombies from progressing after a certain point, depending on where you plant it. So, plant it here, a zombie won't be able to walk past this tile. So they're very, very useful. But first, I want to fill out my offenses before I even consider doing my defenses. Because without any sort of offense, I absolutely cannot stop these zombies from eating my brains. Well, actually, if you think about it, if I did that and they got to my house, then that would mean I wouldn't really have any brains for them to eat. That's smart. It's a paradox. Play stupid so they don't think you have brains. Very fortunately, that zombie spawned in a lane that already had a pea shooter in it, so we can take that extra time to plant another sunflower. And we have a conehead, so I'm gonna plant a walnut, actually, just to make sure that that zombie, or that pea shooter, has enough time to fend it off. We got all of our rows full of sunflowers. Now I'm just gonna start saving up till I know where I need to plant another pea shooter. Unless, of course, I get... Okay, so we want to do it in that third row, or fourth row. Alright, and then I'll just plant it in that last area, just so that way everything's filled out, which is a good thing I did that because... we just had a cone head in that row. But you see, walnuts very durable, like lasted an entire cone head eating them. Put another one just so that way that walnut will last a little bit longer, because it'll take a little bit less time to take them out. Do you have any more cone heads that I need to be afraid of? Doesn't look like it. Another decent tactic to use with Plants vs. Zombies is that more the game doesn't spawn in zombies at a constant rate, so if you kind of like wait and let them kind of just linger, it helps you build up more sun, because I think the game doesn't like spawn in the next like round of them. So just something to keep in mind that might be useful. Especially right before the last lane, or last wave if you can help it. Alright, well I've got more than enough sun to keep everything at bay for the most part, so... Alright, I'm gonna use another cherry bomb just because we don't really need... I'll do it in this center row. There we go. So now I can get a second pea shooter just so that way that zombie gets put down a little bit faster. But like you see, just kind of like it's lingering, so I get the chance to build up more sun, even though this is the last wave of the level, so it's not really that useful, but still. In certain circumstances, it will be more useful. And we got a new item. The shovel lets you dig up a plant to make room for another plant, so basically it's your delete button. Greetings, neighbor. The name's Crazy Dave, but you can just call me Crazy Dave. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. But first, I'll need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel and dig up those plants. Let the digging commence! So basically you just... yeah. They're gone. Okay, goody. Now for the surprise. We're going bowling! Here, take this walnut. Why'd I put a walnut in your hand? Because it... He's crazy. Now go, bowl me a winner! For a second I thought that said bowl me a dinner, and I was like, ooh, pulling reverse on the zombies. So, this game does have mini-games. This one is walnut bowling. I can't say I'm a huge fan of this one, but it is certainly a thing. But basically, the walnuts will bounce off the zombies as you hit them. Frankly, I don't really care for it all that much. But a good thing to know is there are these things called Explodonuts. Basically, you roll into them and it makes them explode. So like that right there, that just shot up the level progress a lot because there were so many zombies that were just taken out. Alrighty. If I bowl in the middle, I can take out those three at least. Because one of the good things, at least with this minigame, I think, is that you want to try and sometimes just wait for the zombies to fill in, because then you get better bouncing off of them. And sometimes you just get really unlucky with the ricochets, because it'll go like the wrong direction. But other times, you'll get some really good rebounds. Like that. Now we can just wait for the more walnuts to spawn in. We got some Explodonuts, so we should be fine. Alright, where do I want to use the Explodonuts first? We'll do it right there in the middle. And hopefully this will be enough to take out... Nope, not that guy. I guess we just have to take out this guy. I think this is the last one. Yeah, there we go. So those mini games come, I think, every like 5th level. So, and we got a new plant, the potato mine. I think that might be a good place to stop for this video. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode, which will probably take up right where I left off, because I'm probably going to be recording this in one big batch. So, see you guys then.